This shot is fucking crazy. Hey guys, I've been flying FPV drones for 2 years now, I think, but FPV is not my main goal. I'm a landscape videographer and photographer, and I use FPV shot to give movement, to give energy to my videos, okay? So now I'm working on a very big project, 13 videos for the Tuscany region, for Visit Tuscany. They give me 13 themes and I have to make videos about all the region. I'm now in the planning phase of this project, trying to figure out how can I give the story that I want to these videos, and I found that spot. And I think that this is perfect for one of these videos, and I have to do this shot. So, as I told you, I'm not a full-time FPV pilot, so I need to practice, to improve, to be able to go home with this scene. So, in this series of video, I want to give you some tips and tricks to follow if you want to improve, and I want to bring you with me during my practice session, and at the end we are going to see if I will be able to go home with this shot. So let's go out and practice. Flying FPV is a custom balance of thrust across all four motors. The real challenge is learning, control, and then automate the movements of your fingers on the sticks to make the drone move exactly the way you want. Another skill to learn is to be fluent, to be smooth with your movements. I'm not a racer pilot, so I need smooth movements and clean flight lines. So, considering the shot I have to do at Torre Capodiuomo in Tuscany, today we are gonna practice some skills, some basic skills to improve for your ability in FPV pilot. First one is hovering. Practicing hovering in manual mode is one of the best ways to build control and precision with your throttle. So find an open space with clear elements and try to keep your drone as steady as possible while keep the subject in frame. To maintain your drone steady, you need to make constantly correction with throttle, pitch, roll and yaw. So for this exercise, the key is to find the perfect balance between these elements and make continuous and smooth correction adjustment on the sticks of your controller. So now we can move on the second exercise for today, flying a clean line, keeping your altitude constant, a constant altitude and a low speed. So for this exercise, pick up a visual reference. It can be a road, a street, some balloon, anything you want, and try to follow this line and try to follow it as smooth as you can, as with a low speed, with intention, okay? With trying to maintain the same altitude. This exercise is going to teach you one of the most important things in cinematic FPV drone, that is fly with intention, not reacting. And please remember that the goal in this exercise is trying to find balance with little smooth adjustments with your sticks on your controller. The goal is not speed, the goal is control. I think that compensate is the key word. And now the last exercise for today. Fly to wide figure 8. Here the goal is to make smooth direction changes while keeping constant speed and constant altitude. For this exercise, choose 2 reference points. For example, we can take 2 balloons and try to fly with making a 8 figure around these elements, okay? You can choose everything you want, everything you have in the place that you are, but the important thing is that you have to take 2 elements, okay? not too close, okay, and try to make a very smooth and constant with the same altitude and smooth lines around these two elements. Use yaw and roll together to turn smoothly. Use the pitch to control your speed and use throttle to keep the same aim. Start wide, slow, control, and repeat hundreds of times. Okay guys, I think that for today is enough. Anyway, I think that flying FPV is something like to play an instrument. You can watch hundreds of videos and tutorials, but the only thing that really matters is practice, the real practice on the field, wherever you want, but you have to go out, take your drone and try, crash your drone, try and try again, because the real important thing flying FPV is not only to have the ability. You need your fingers automatically react to what your brain is seeing. It must be automated. So let's go out and practice. So guys, see you in the next episode of this series, where we are going to talk about the next tranche of exercise. We need to be ready for the shot of my life. So see you in the next one. Bye.